I had such a hard time saying monyet and hitam. I always said hitam was hidung. I don't remember the name.
Okay, the next word.
This used to be my nickname in primary.
Hai, welcome to Achievers Junior Talk.
Dengan saya Sani.
Dengan saya Arya.
Untuk podcast kali ini kita akan membahas.
Tunggu Sani, sebelum kita mulai podcastnya, aku mau nanya nih. Kamu pernah nggak sih liburan ke tempat selain Indonesia?
Kalau selain Indonesia pernah. Waktu itu aku pernah ke Jepang pas bulan Mei 2019.
Seru dong ke Jepang?
Iya, seru banget dong.
Selama di Jepang pasti ada dong kendalanya?
Ya, ada sih. Kalau di Jepang itu pas lagi mau nanya arah agak bingung. Soalnya aku kan nggak paham bahasa Jepang. Jadi pas ngomong sama lokalsnya itu susah banget. Jadi ya kadang tersesat. Itu sih nggak enaknya.
Kenapa bisa gitu ya? Ada perbedaan gitu misalnya?
Ya kayak gimana ya, kita kan nggak ngerti bahasa mereka, terus mereka juga nggak ngerti bahasa kita, jadi terpaksa pakai isyarat-isyarat ke sana, ya nanti jalan 2 meter ke sana, belok sana gitu.
Terus juga salah gitu.
Iya, kadang bisa jadi tersesat. Emang kenapa Arya?
Karena kali ini, di podcast kita kali ini, kita akan membahas tentang kendala bahasa juga nih, atau bisa disebut language barrier. Nah, kita bakal ngobrol-ngobrol dengan salah satu narasumber kita tentang language barrier ini. Dia lumayan mengerti tentang language barrier, dan kita bakal ngobrol-ngobrol hari ini. Jadi tanpa berlama-lama lagi,
kita perkenalkan narasumber kita yuk. Narasumber kita hari ini adalah
Audrey.
Audrey. Hi Audrey. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, can you introduce yourself? Bisa perkenalkan diri?
Yes, I am Audrey Kwok Romero from 9B, and I study at Darma Yudha.
So today we'll be talking about language barriers. Do you have any understanding about language barriers? What does language barrier mean to you? Something like that.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I couldn't speak Indonesian at all, and I had a hard time studying. It took about 2 weeks or so for me to finally read Indonesian.
Bentar. Kamu nyamannya pakai bahasa apa?
English.
English. Okay. So
Sorry.
Before we move to our main questions, we can just talk a bit first about about you. So, when did you move to Indonesia?
I moved when I was around 7, and
7?
probably around that age. I wasn't in school yet. Well, I mean, I was in school, but I had to.
But 7 is such a young age then, when you moved to Indonesia. At that time, that means you already had English as your
Yeah, I had
language,
English
right?
as my main language.
Terus berapa lama kamu belajar bahasa Indonesia semenjak kamu pindah ke Indonesia?
Well, it didn't take that long. I think it took about a month or so for me to understand most words. But it was still pretty hard.
Why was it hard though?
Because it's a new language, and before coming to Indonesia, I was studying in Thailand, and Thailand was really hard. I didn't understand a single thing to this day.
Do you still know how to speak Thai?
No. It's very hard, and I had to stay up all night just trying to study Thai, and I just couldn't. So I thought I was kind of scared if Indonesian would be the same, but it was really close to English, the wordings and the alphabet. So it was pretty easy.
Yeah, the word economy and economy.
Yeah.
And then there are more words that are similar. So what part do you think from Indonesian language is harder? Writing, reading, or speaking?
Speaking and writing, because I have a hard time, I don't know, finding the right words to say so I can write it down or say it properly so that people can understand what I want to say.
Oh, so was the subject Bahasa Indonesia like hard for you?
Yeah, it is pretty hard for me, especially when I wanted to write down on test or other things.
Tapi itu lumayan cepat loh bisa apa namanya?
Beradaptasi.
Ya beradaptasi dengan bahasa Indonesia tuh lumayan cepat loh bagi kamu sendiri. Bagi orang yang udah dari lahir di luar negeri gitu, tuh udah lumayan cepat loh. Udah bagus banget itu sebenarnya.
It's actually pretty fast. So, when you moved to Indonesia, you're like 7, right? And
Yeah.
7 is the age where we like find friends. Do you think it was hard to get friends because of the language barriers?
No, the school I went to, not everyone knew how to speak English properly, but they were able to communicate with me, and we're really young, so that's why it's probably really easy to find friends, and also because I was the only person that couldn't speak Indonesian at the time. The teachers had to have the smart kids have to teach me or tell me what's going on in the lessons, or the English teachers will try to guide
Also,
me.
you have like translators in class.
Technically.
So when the teacher is teaching, let's just say the teacher is teaching like math or something, so they will tell you what the teacher said.
Only for MTK, really. But yeah, sometimes like in second grade, the MTK teacher had to sit right next to me because it was my first test. like I had tests back in first grade because it was the end of the school year. I didn't get to go to school until like 6 months after coming to Indonesia because it was pretty hard to find a school to get into, especially when you're from outside. So she had to sit next to me and like tell me what I have to do.
But I think it was easier since like you moved at the age where people usually go inside like the middle school, you know, like what do you call it? Primary school.
Yeah.
Primary school. I'm so sorry. So like there are not a lot of requirements, and you don't have to like translate your report card. If you're like a high school student trying to move, I heard you have to translate your report card.
Yeah, I'll have to end up doing that later on.
And it's a hassle. People say mostly it's a hassle to have to translate your report card. In daily life, what about in daily life? What language do you usually use?
In daily life, it's mostly mixed. My mom would speak to me in Indonesian. I'll respond in English or in Indonesian, depending on which I'm more comfortable in that situation. As for my grandma, she can't speak English, so we had to speak Indonesian with each other.
So, was it hard communicating with your grandma?
No, not at all.
You understand what she says?
I understand what she says, I understand what she needs, especially because sometimes they also kind of mix in other languages like Hokkien or Mandarin.
It's like grandma to granddaughter telepathy.
Something like that, yeah, you could say.
Jadi selama sekolah itu kan banyak banget pelajaran bahasa Indonesia. Maksudnya kebanyakan pelajaran tuh pakai bahasa Indonesia kan. Itu kamu bisa ngerti kan?
Sometimes, yeah. Kayak harus baca 2-3 kali baru bisa ngerti apa.
Oh, jadi harus kayak dalam otak tuh harus translate dalam Inggris dulu ya atau gimana?
Aku bacakan, habis itu translate ke bahasa Inggris, habis itu kayak gitu. Aku nggak bisa langsung mengerti kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Okay.
Oke.
So let's say kayak kita punya scale dari 1 sampai 10. Kira-kira bahasa Indonesia itu seberapa susah bagi kamu?
5-4 gitu.
5-4.
It's like because I think like when you first get into it, especially if English was your first language specifically.
We usually like speak English with each other, so speaking Indonesian with you is a bit awkward.
It is very awkward. I'm sorry.
Even outside of like our usual interactions, speaking English with you is a bit awkward.
Very.
Ketika kalian ngomong bahasa Inggris, aku bahasa Indonesia sendiri rasanya lebih
Iya,
awkward
iya.
lagi.
Maaf.
Sorry. Oke, kita lanjutin aja.
Gini.
Jadi kita tadi kan udah ngomongin soal language barrier ya. Menurut kamu language barrier itu merepotkan nggak buat kamu?
Yeah. Karena kan I'm not the only one that has this problem. There's many other people around the world that also has a problem with language barriers, especially if you're going to a country for the first time, or you want to like go there for university, college, and other stuff. So it's pretty hard for like those people to understand what other people are saying, because it's their first time, and language barriers are very problematic in society now. So yeah.
That was a really good explanation. Jadi kan kamu selama ini kan kayak ngomongnya bahasa Inggris. Itu from the beginning you were speaking English from your birth, right? Until like
Spanish actually was.
Spanish.
Well, I don't know what it was, but my dad or my mom said that actually I knew what Spanish, like how to
How to speak Spanish.
or understand it. Like
Hablo
I knew.
Español.
Jadi sekarang masih bisa bahasa Spanish.
No, it's just been such a long time, so I kind of disconnected with Spanish.
Oh.
Oh.
Untuk bahasa Indonesia, jadi you did say like ketika datang ke Indonesia itu belum tahu bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah.
Untuk bahasa Indonesia, have you ever like les atau les privat gitu?
Waktu baru masuk ke Indonesia langsung pergi ke les untuk ngomong. So like once I first got here, I instantly had to like understand Indonesian. So my mom bought from Gramedia like the A.I.U.E.O. book, and then like there's like cards, like I think you still find them there, and then it has like names of the things. Like I had such a hard time saying monyet and hitam. I always say hitam was hidung.
Hitam was what?
Hidung. Because they both went with the H.I. and I had such a hard time with that.
I've noticed like foreigners usually had a hard time saying words with ny, like nye.
Yeah.
Sound. Because I also know like someone else who moved to Indonesia, and they had like a really hard time saying the word monyet too. They either say it like monet or monyet, something like that.
Yeah, it was really hard at first, but I got used to it afterwards.
Have you ever felt like insecure or gak berani nanya because you think like your Indonesian is not good?
Yeah, this is the reason why I'm not speaking Indonesian right now. It's because my Indonesian accent is really, really bad, and that's why I usually prefer to speak.
It's not that bad.
Lumayan kelihatan aksen Indonesianya.
Thank you. Okay.
So from an academical point of view, we live in Indonesia, tinggal di Indonesia. Jadi kurikulum yang kita pelajari juga dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Very, yes.
And there are like banyak pelajaran yang ada bahasa Indonesianya. Which is the subject you struggle with the most?
Yang paling susah.
Almost all of them actually. It's like, how to explain it? Like some of them I can understand because it doesn't need to use a lot of Indonesian or perfect Indonesian. So I could just write, as I think. But, like for bahasa Indonesia.
Yang penting gurunya ngerti,
yeah.
That kind of thing.
But for bahasa Indonesia, where you have to have good Indonesian, that's really hard, yeah.
Grammar and punctuation.
Yeah.
So what about, what is your best subject in, like, the one that's taught in Indonesian language? What is your best subject?
Oh, I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
Do you have, like, a subject you enjoy learning, even though it's in Indonesian, but you really enjoy it?
English?
It's in Indonesian. I asked her if it was in Indonesian.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
Like, if I had to say PJOK, but like, cause like.
Yeah, PJOK. Actually, PJOK is fun.
It is really fun.
You get to run around, that kind of things.
Yeah, but they still speak Indonesian, especially with theory, but I can understand it from there.
Repot nggak harus dengan adanya kendala bahasa ini? Repot nggak sih sehari-harinya gitu? Kayak belajar, dapetin temen tuh repot nggak sih?
Yeah, sometimes it is very annoying. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Like, it is like especially if you study, because since you're going to school every single day and you have to study Indonesian, and it's just kind of like I'm just sitting there trying to focus on what the teacher's saying, but they speak really, really fast.
Yeah, true.
So jadi kayak apa?
Kadang memang kalau dengar guru lagi jelasin tuh agak cepat juga ngomongnya.
Agak bingung tiba-tiba kok udah sampai sini gitu.
Yeah, especially my old school. They spoke really loud. I think it's because my class was really noisy. I don't know, but kayak sampai teriak gurunya ngajarin kayak apa? Nggak mengerti. So there's that.
Yeah. So I've been wondering about one thing. So like we're a 3-language school, right? As you can see in this library, there's even like Mandarin Anguilla over there in that corner.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about your Indonesian, then we talked about your English. So what about Mandarin, the other language?
Yeah, how about Mandarin?
Okay, so Mandarin, I think it's because we live in Indonesia and we don't live in China,
Yeah,
which
we
is the Mandarin here is a lot less harder. So, and also because I also had less Mandarin. At first, I was studying with my grandma because she can speak Mandarin perfectly. So can my cousins. I'm the only one that can't. She taught me at first, but then I couldn't, understand. And later on in life, I had less, and now I'm being taught by my cousin, who also went to China for Mandarin.
Oh, some kind of like less.
Yeah, less. She is teaching me right now. So for Mandarin, no, it wasn't as hard as Indonesian because it wasn't as serious because not everyone here uses Mandarin as a daily conversation.
Tapi ngerti gak bahasa belajaran Mandarin itu?
Yeah, I find it a lot more easier from the Indonesian because it's not widely used here.
Oh, so it's much easier for you because there's less pressure.
There's less pressure, yeah. Because you don't have to speak it every single day. You don't have to try to understand what the teacher is saying. You don't have to sit there and be like, I totally understand.
Because even most people who are like in the class, they also mostly don't understand that well.
Yeah, I'm not the only one.
It's like being in the same place. I'm in the same place as you guys.
Yeah, like, oh my god, I'm not the only one that doesn't understand this language.
That's a lot. A lot of people don't understand Mandarin.
Yeah,
including him.
Yeah.
including all of us here. But I think because in Mandarin, it's like, I don't know, like at first it looks really hard, especially with writing and like, but I think after a while of studying Mandarin, I think you get the hang of it.
Yeah, you get the vocabulary. You know how to say like, I'm right here. Or like, go there. That kind of
because I think they have certain words for certain things, if that makes any sense. It's like,
certain characters mean certain things.
Yeah,
so when you see the character, you know what it means.
Yeah, unlike in English or Indonesian, it's more, how do I say it? There's like a lot of things that can mean anything. Synonyms for it, and Mandarin only has like one or two.
So, what about the adaptations that you do? Like, adaptasi yang kamu lakukan ketika
belajar Indonesia.
Ya, belajar bahasa Indonesia, belajar bahasa Mandarin. Kayak adaptasi apa yang dilakukan?
Can I ask? What do you mean by adaptation?
More like kayak, how do I explain this?
Kayak
how do you adapt to the language?
I mean, I tried easy ways of learning the language, if that makes any sense, as a kid, because, like, the first word or, like the first letter of things, and then I try to remember what that thing was, especially with, like, air and air were, like, very similar, so it was easy for me to understand. So I was able to adapt easier to Indonesian.
So your key is to find, like, similar words.
Similar wording, or, like, like that things that can remind me of said word. So
okay.
It was pretty easy from there.
So what about, like, how do I say this? Let me think for a while. What about, like, you tried like studying in easy ways, right? Other than that similar method, have you ever like been taught any other methods by Indonesians?
No, I don't know. I was taught Indonesian at a certain less that my cousin went to, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what that means, basically. Like,
my question isn't clear enough.
Yeah, it's not clear enough. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Like, If what I can understand from what you asked is like, did they teach you in any other ways, right? Other than how I learned it. So like when I said how my mom bought those Indonesian cards where like there's a picture and then the name, they'll cover it and ask me, what is this? And I had such a hard time with that. But yeah, I guess that's one way. Like,
What is this? Answer.
answer, or
Okay.
you won't get to sleep tonight.
So we'll have like a short game session. Shall we? Yeah. Okay. We'll play a game. It's called Guess the Word, and you're going to guess buat peraturannya buat Audrey, ya. So he's going to hold up a paper above his head. Then you're going to look at that word. Then you're going to try to act out like what that thing is using your gestures.
Oh God.
It's not, and for Arya, penjelasannya adalah itu, kalau jatuh kalah, ya. Nanti kamu lihat itu tuh apa. Habis itu, kamu coba jelaskan pakai gestur.
Harus gestur.
Ya. It's more of like, what if you can't communicate with your,
Wow.
gak bisa berkomunikasi kan? It will demonstrate like language barriers.
Oh.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense.
So the first turn will be like Arya. Arya will hold it up like this. Let me open it for you. Okay. Hold it up like that. Okay. Audrey, try to reenact with your gestures.
How am I supposed to do this? Holy. Okay.
Big, small, swim, diving, ocean.
No, it's like it's on. I don't know how to explain this. How do I do this?
Cucu,
Yeah, something like that, and it's like
big cucu, train,
no. There's
gelombang, wave,
not wave specifically, but yeah.
big, yeah, cucu and wave.
That's all I could do. No, I can't do that.
No, you can't do that. Okay, then. Okay,
So
then
it's-
the word is
Kapal.
kapal.
Oh.
Get it? Because it's big and then there's water.
I see.
And it's like
Okay.
they also
word
have
is
the
kapal,
horn.
guys. Okay, the next word.
This used to be my nickname in primary. Okay.
What's this?
I need
Neck, leher,
like
makan, eat.
like how do I reenact this thing?
You can stand up.
Oh, I can stand up. Shit. Okay.
Long neck,
Can you give me that plant?
Okay. No, we can't get you that plant. It's too high.
plan. It has long neck.
Almost there.
I think you forgot the name of.
Apa nama hewannya?
Yeah, you really forgot the name.
It has vocal dots, right?
Huh?
Dia punya polka dot gitu kan di tubuhnya.
I mean, it does have.
Ya, jerapah.
Yeah. I didn't even know giraffe was giraffe in Indonesian.
Look, it's giraffe. Okay, next is Audrey's turn. Audrey, can you not look at the word and
I'm
put it up on your
not
head?
looking.
Okay.
I'm not looking. I can't see. Shit. Wait.
What?
Sorry. Sorry.
Just use your gestures.
This one? Yeah, this one.
Oh, binocular. Wait, no, not binoculars. The what do you call it? I forgot. Is this in English?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Horoscope. No, a horoscope.
This one, and you can see.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's just I don't know the name.
You're not allowed to use words. You're just allowed
Sorry.
to use gestures.
Oh wait, shoot! I just used words earlier.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
I don't remember the name.
Long thing.
Yeah, I know.
Long
It's
thing.
like it's like a binocular but singular. And longer.
Almost there.
What's the name? I forgot the name. Why is it always like?
Ayo lu.
Nggak tahu sih. I don't remember.
So are you
give up?
giving up? Are you giving up?
Give me a hint.
Okay.
Starts-
Starts with a T.
Telescope. Okay.
Okay.
Take it.
The other
I don't.
one.
I don't. This is harder.
It's not hard, but I don't know how to do with the guest start. Here. Yeah, here.
Tentang.
Here. What? What am I holding? Rope.
Huh?
The sun.
No. Huh?
Circle.
Yeah.
What is
I
it?
don't know. Huh?
Okay, so it's up in a circle, and it hurts you. What's up in a circle and it hurts you? The sun? Ow.
How do I do?
Is it too hard?
It's so hard for me to do the gesture.
Well, I mean, you could just like point there, I guess.
Oh, when you had an idea and wing.
What is it called?
Light bulb?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God! You guys both worked correctly. Yeah.
Why can't you understand what I'm saying? This is sad. Like, how am I supposed to know how to reenact a ship?
A ship.
Like, it's big. I don't know what I did.
And has a choo-choo.
It has a choo-choo, technically, I think.
So this is the end of our game segment. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
I have a question for you.
Go.
In the future,
Mhm.
for you, dengan kamu belajar 2 bahasa, 3 bahasa, English, Indonesia, and Mandarin, itu berguna nggak bagi kamu?
I mean, when I'm trying to get a job, yeah, it probably will help a lot. Like, they're gonna ask, what are you good at? I can speak 3 languages. And they'll probably...
It's a plus. It's a plus in your like resume, your CV.
Yeah, like, it will work really good for that.
Itu berguna banget sih, untuk kerja itu
yeah.
berguna banget.
Or if, like, I move here again, you never know what the future can hold.
Ah, true. I hope you move here.
Give me money,
Wait, do you want to move to America again?
I'm gonna be forced to.
Oh, why?
It's a lot of things. It's
It's a lot, yeah.
Oh, it's a private thing. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's like, it's not really a private thing since everyone will know eventually that it's more like a
passport problem.
yeah. I
Oh,
won't, because like I'll be
18 soon.
like here 17,
17.
so I'll have to move out when I'm 17 because I have to have like a lot of other things happen.
Okay. So,
Okay,
what are
I
your
understand.
goals for the future in the next 5 years?
5 years, okay. How old will I be? What? 21?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
You're basically 16 now, so.
Yeah, I'm turning 16 this year, sadly. I don't know, like, I have no idea what I want to do. 5 years, I'd be 21. 21, I'd probably be in like college or in some training school for like a certain job. Since you obviously need to get a job if you want to go through life.
Yeah.
I don't want to work yet. I'm too scared to.
I mean, you're still 16, so there's still a long time. There's still a long way to go.
There's a lot of time to
Yeah.
explore this word.
I mean, I guess I have like 2-3 years left.
Yeah, before you
There's
live
so
your
many things I wanted to do in life that I still haven't done yet. I mean, I still have like a long life to live.
We can make a bucket list and do it together.
Come to America. I don't really want to go because it's like, as now I'm getting older, it's probably going to be really hard for me to make new friends in America. You never know, because it's not, well, I don't know. I don't know how people are there going to be like, because I'm already used to like the environment here and how people act. I don't know about in other places or countries or how they act. So that's it.
It looks like our time is up.
It
So,
is.
Thank you so much, Audrey.
Thank you so much. It's
for
a
being
lot
here.
of fun to talk
Yeah.
with you.
So
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, and thank you. We learn hari ini kita belajar banyak soal language barrier.
Banyak banget.
Ya, dan dampaknya ke kehidupan sehari-hari, bahkan sampai kayak kesusahannya hidup dengan ya language barrier di negara yang baru gitu. So, Achievers, sampai sini saja podcast kita kali ini.
Ya.
Jangan lupa like, share, subscribe, and turn on notification bell supaya kamu tidak ketinggalan Achievers Junior Talk selanjutnya. So see
ya.
you and bye-bye.
Bye.